What's the best 5-inch freestyle frame? Asks Mr. Delude. There is no single best frame. What's the best 5-inch freestyle frame? There is no single best frame. I'm obviously going to give a cop-out answer like that. The other thing I'm obviously going to do is promote my website, fpvknowitall.com. And we got to at least look. But then I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. We can look at the 5-inch freestyle parts here. We can go to frames. And these are... I like to say that these are solid choices, but not the only good choices. So this one is my frame, the JB QAVS. I like it because, well, I got to tweak it a little bit. I think it's a good balance. It's a little lighter weight than some other frames out there. It's got the right balance of lightweight and durability. There's the AOS 5, which is a little less durable. Very good balance of lightweight and durability. Some people dislike the aesthetics. It's a frame that was designed by an engineer. Like you can get two 30 millimeter. I think you get three. Can you get three 30 millimeter stacks in it? I'm sure you get at least two in the middle and the back. The arm. People say the arms break more than they would like. Some people say. I wonder if Chris Rosser is going to release like a thick arm version of it or something. I don't know. And then, of course, there's in the premium range, there's the Impulse RC Apex, which is just a very, very good frame, but pretty expensive, like $110, I think. FPV Cycle Glide is a very, very solid choice for someone wanting a more lightweight frame. It comes in at under 100 grams. And then the absolute cheapest is the TBS Source 1. Do you know Stingy's flying the Source 1? I don't know if he's announced that or anything, but you can get the Source 1 for $25-30. And yeah, it's not a $100 frame, but it'll get you in the air. It's well worth $25 or $30. The other frames, so all of these are good. They're not the only good ones, but these are the ones that sort of come to the top of my mind. Now, there's another one that I have been interested in. I've seen a lot of people talking about it. It's the Quadmula. Is that how you say it? Quadmula? Quadmula? Now, this is getting a lot of attention and has caught my eye. And I have been thinking about whether I need to put it on the website. And it's going to be like the Odonata. All the fans are going to be like, yes, you must put it. It looks like it is designed for lighter weight. Very compact. The Siren F5 split. What do we got here? I really haven't even looked into this very much. Focuses on lightweight. Yeah. 4.9, 5.1 inch. Even 5.5 inch props. That's nice. Supports almost all VTXs on the market. The C-lock structure to remove only one bolt. Risky. It better be well designed. If you've got a single bolt arm design, it's got to be well designed. Be curious to find out what Chris Rosser said about the resonance. We can certainly just look at the black box logs to find out about the resonance. What's the difference with the split? What's the split? What is a split? Stack damper. Oh, interesting. So the stack screws are hard mounted, but then there's a built-in integral vibration isolation system. That's clever. Oh, that's very clever. That's very clever. I hate mounting GoPros this way, but this is genius. This is genius. Every designer of 3D printed GoPro mounts needs to start doing something like this. Okay? I'm putting it out there. If you're not doing this, you need to start doing this. Now, I don't like what Quadmula is doing here exactly because... Oh, so what are they doing, first of all? The problem is that when you have a TPU GoPro mount, with a screw that goes through it. The screw head crushes the TPU, and it is impossible to get the screw perfectly tight, because if you tighten the screw too much, it'll rip through the TPU. And if you don't tighten the screw enough, the TPU rips out. The TPU is stretchy. It's just a pain in the ass. So what you do is you oversize the hole, and you use a metal sleeve. The screw goes through the sleeve. The TPU doesn't get crushed. Boom, everything's perfect. Now, what I dislike about what Quadmula is doing here is that they're using these custom sleeves here. And unless you can show me, like on McMaster Car, where I can buy these exact things, which maybe you can, in which case I completely retract this criticism. If I can only get these exact things by buying them from Quadmula for whatever they are, probably overpriced, then I'm annoyed. It looks cool, but I don't like it. So what I liked, like, for example, Catalyst Machine Works has done this. This is where I first saw this, so credit to them. Catalyst Machine Works ships all their TPU mounts with a metal sleeve, and you can buy these metal sleeves by the 100. Just a little 4mm M3 metal sleeve. And then your GoPro mounts don't rip out, and it's brilliant. So this is really good. Although I wish it wasn't like a weird proprietary countersunk part, although it does look pretty badass. VTX Ready M3 button head washer. Is that it? Can you buy these all over the place? That's not the exact thing though, Abraham. That doesn't have the metal sleeve. Do you see that this has a metal sleeve that goes down through? And so that the screw is contacting the carbon directly. And the TPU is not being crushed or under any stress. That's the goal. That's the goal. You don't want the screw to be pressing the TPU into the carbon. That's the weak spot. So no, that doesn't solve that problem. It looks like a really interesting flexible frame. Oh wow, dual capacitor. They've really thought this through. And I'm generally a fan of lighter weight frames over durability. I know that not everybody agrees with that, but this looks like a really appealing frame to me. For people who fly like bandos, so we got to mention two other frames. Let's mention two other frames here. There's the Rotor Riot tank, and there is the Demibot. Now, these two frames are designed for people who value durability over everything else. Okay? These frames come in, the dry weight of the frame is in the range of 160 to 170 grams. That's a massive amount of weight. It's a massive amount of weight. But this is not the frame. This is the built and tuned drone. But they are incredibly durable. And as much as I don't swing that way, there are definitely a lot of people out there who adore these frames. I actually got to hang out with Sean in Orlando, and he talked to me about his design process. And he said, look, if you're a beginner, you know, if I give you a frame that's an extra 40 grams of weight, you already aren't really pushing the sort of aerobatic bounds of the frame. You just need something that's going to keep you in the air. And so he would rather have something that is durable and going to keep you in the air than something that's going to give you that last nth degree of edge on your flight performance. John Goblin, man, there's two things that you have to be pretty brave to do. One is post your soldering to the internet, and the other is post your 3D prints to the internet. And, you know, you do you, buddy. But, that's, that's a janky, wow. That's a janky-ass fucking, oh, pardon me, excuse me. What the hell is going on there, buddy? What is going on with that print, buddy? What are you doing, man? Ouch. I know. I couldn't resist. That's janky, bro. John Goblin says he's got a Demibot built under 700 grams. Oh, that's the support side. Oh, I guess I see your point. If you got a Demibot under 700 grams, then you could have had a Demibot at 660 grams. Okay? One of the arguments that Sean makes is that he flies the tank with an O3 air unit and no GoPro, and that more than makes up the difference. That's valid. That's valid. So there definitely are people for whom these are the best frame. People who value durability over all else. I will say, I flew the tank and was like, okay, this isn't bad. I could get it done. But then the instant I switched over to one of my quads and took the GoPro off, it was immediately so much more punchy and enjoyable to fly. And I was like, oh, yeah, no question. No question. So there you go. Best 5-inch freestyle frame. It depends on who you are, but hopefully that gives you something to think about.